First of all, hello, Wilfred.
Hello, Markus.
Nice to find the time to have a little chat about the situation, what's going on, and of course we know each other for some time now. Would you like to give us our audience a quick intro? What have you done in the past? What is your current role? Just to give them a little info about yourself.
Yeah, sure. I've worked for large corporates in the business services sector in Europe in the past. And since a year now, I'm one of the two managing partners of Hovingh Partners, helping organizations to improve their sales and negotiation results.
Sales-driven company that you're working for. There's well a lot of things going on at the moment. I can imagine, right?
No, that's correct. That's correct.
Yeah. So. What is the thing that keeps you the most busy at the moment? What is the main topic at Hovingh Partners at the moment?
Well, basically two things. First of all, stabilizing our business. 5 weeks ago, all our bookings for the coming months were cancelled, and that was a disaster for our business.
Yeah.
And we managed to develop virtual training sessions and train our consultants during the weekend. And then we're able to offer our customers these sessions. And we're very happy to conclude that of all these cancellations, 90% of all our customers have decided to go for it. So that was about stabilizing the business.
Okay.
And secondly, business development, obviously, as this new situation also brings opportunities. We started to give away our free e-learning program for free to the sales community, and we started doing this the 15th of March to help sales teams to develop their skills.
Oh, okay.
And we also developed new training programs specifically of how to deal with sales and negotiations in a virtual environment. So that's business development. But of course, first of all, it's about stabilizing the business.
Yeah.
And then secondly, of course, you start to think in opportunities as well.
Well, I think that's a tough situation. Like being in sales is always about face-to-face, and of course, training is about face-to-face. Well, it's conducted in the past like that, and looking at sales, like the best advice that you can give: go and visit the client, be at the table, and have talks with them. And this, well, just completely went away at the glimpse of an eye.
Yeah, correct.
And especially with business development, good that 90% was still, or you were able to translate that into online trainings. When it comes to business development, it might be interesting for our audience to know. So, how did you approach your clients, let's say, before the crisis, before Agent Zero?
Well, I think before the crisis, our way of building up business was, I would say, slow and steadily. So both in terms of lead generation online, where by giving content for free to prospects like blogs or white papers or videos, you build up some sort of a relationship, and it takes a few weeks. And then when we were invited to come to the table, our sales process normally takes a few months to mature into a serious training program. That was before COVID-19.
Yeah, as you said, or just to recap, let's say a slow and steady build-up in the pipeline, normally taking months, maybe sometimes years to get to the point of arranging training dates, and then COVID-19 came up, and this slow and steady building process became well, a little bit difficult. I can imagine. And how did you change your approach when contacting clients, going out there? Was there something that you changed during that period of time?
Yes, we did. We did actually. I think this idea of giving something to people, which we've always done, either online, as I said, through blogs and white papers and videos, but also offline through free masterclasses. This idea of giving became more prominent in our business development.
Okay.
And actually, we saw by offering free learning opportunities for people, not just simple blogs or white paper, but serious learning opportunities for people, for giving it for free without asking anything back. That has become, I would say, the center of our business development at the moment. And the interesting thing is, if you give things for free without asking for anything back, you will get something back eventually. We've seen so much positive engagement and enthusiasm about this approach that people, or like customers, started talking to us after these free initiatives. But shouldn't we progress to a next stage? Shouldn't we try to convert this into serious business, doing business together? Which was amazing to see. So I think this is more at the center of it. And secondly, I think the proactiveness from our side has increased dramatically. For example, if people register for free e-learning, they'll be up and running within 24 hours, and they'll be contacted by one of our consultants within a few hours to get this registration done. And then a few days later, when they've done this e-learning, they'll get an opportunity for free virtual coaching. So we're practicing with the new knowledge that they've been learning. That's all, as I would say, much faster than our approach in the past. So we try to keep this engagement alive in very state. You also have time to do it now, to be honest. And we're using this time, I would say, effectively. So first of all, well, this giving, the idea of giving is more prominent, and the follow-up is faster than we did in the past.
Okay, so coming from a sales perspective myself, so in a very short period of time, you're creating many touch points with the clients. First, giving the opportunity to learn, and the participants have time to learn in the current situation, which is good and bad at the same time, of course. And then a quick follow-up. So essentially moving ahead very fast in the early stages of the process of building up the funnel with that specific client or that specific person. So, but you go.
No, but you're right, actually, and in terms of results, actually, because that's of course eventually what it's about, the results of such activities, because everybody understands that you can't live off things for free. Eventually, you need to create a business. And to give you some numbers, now in the past 5 weeks, we've been able to generate more than 100 leads through this giving away free e-learning, of which 50% are customers in the heart of our target group. There are always people who will apply for such things that you think, okay, we'll give it, but it's you don't know whether you're going to do business with them. But 50% is very serious. And that's actually very interesting. We've registered more than 500 new salespeople on our e-learning platform.
Wow,
that's more than doubled in the last few weeks, and they are all trained through our new e-learning program. Actually, last week we signed our first contract on the basis of this. So a customer who experienced this e-learning and the virtual coaching said, you know what, we need to progress to a next stage. I'd like to make this, I'd like to convert this into a serious training program for the coming period, which of course was very exciting and rewarding for our consultants to see that these activities can lead to serious business. And then also the best example we have is because of our virtual offering, we've been able to sign a deal with a prospect that we had been talking with for, say, a year. Okay. And now, because of our virtual offering, they have changed the specs of their demand from offline training, so physical training, to virtual training. And then suddenly we were the only one who were able to offer it as fast as we can. Okay. And they liked our proactiveness and the virtual offering, and they signed a very large contract globally with us now last week. And if I'm honest, I don't know whether we would have been rewarded this contract without the current situation.
Well, that's sometimes the good in the crisis mode, that you have to act, and sometimes you're forced to accelerate plans that you had maybe in the locker, with the e-learning, with the virtual classroom setups. And well, as you said earlier, sometimes it takes months and years to get the contract signed, and now let's say within 3-4 weeks, well, that's an amazing story. Given the background of the current situation. So it's really nice to hear that the adaptation, the ability to act proactively, and building up a new platform, a new way of learning, well, pays off so quickly. That's great to hear, Wilfred. So maybe to sum it up, if you had some final words for our audience, which is, well, spread over all industries out there, predominantly in the L&D departments, is there any advice or final word that you would like to give and share with our audience?
Yeah, what we've seen over the last 4 or 5 weeks with our team of consultants, that in crisis situations like this, many people become very creative. And that's fantastic to use. This creativity is fantastic to use. And also because of the crisis, people will not immediately think, but we've tried this before, this will not fly, because there are very few alternatives. So quite quickly you start experimenting with new ideas, and that's fantastic. Of course, you may think there are risks in experimenting in live situations with customers. But you know what we've seen? Customers actually appreciate that you experiment, that you take initiative, that you are proactive, and they are very forgiving about mistakes in the beginning. And of course, you need to solve mistakes and make sure that things improve, but the appreciation of your proactivity will be larger than the annoyment of things that maybe are not as perfect as they can be. So the big lesson here is that first movers in such a situation are appreciated by customers, and that's a big learning for us.
That's a great ending, Wilfred, to our little interview. Be quick, well, and the mistakes will be overseen, or they will be much more gentle with. Well, they move first, so probably they make mistakes, but we will solve them together with the client or the customer, and steadily move forward the product. So great to hear that, Wilfred. Happy for you that it turned out so quickly. So I would like to thank you. Maybe we'll see each other on our interview again once this whole thing hopefully is over very soon for all of us. We'll see. To give you an update on how you're doing at Hovingh Partners, and where you're standing with your clients. Maybe some deals come in.
Hopefully. Well, thank you very much. And I would say keep on learning and experimenting. I think that's the best advice I could give to everybody.
I'll take it. Thank you, Wilfred. Take care and goodbye.
Right, bye-bye.